Tantra includes 5 stages, and Mathuna, the actual physical sexual intercourse with a partner, is the 5th and final stage. First, one must achieve control over the body, mind, and emotions, and then progress towards perfection in the practices of contemplation and finding one's onome. Then embody the ideal in a tantric partner and go through the initial stages of the tantric ritual with them. Tantric mysticism can be performed with the onome, a partner, or in a group of people. The tantric mystery had several aspects that may seem unusual to a person from Western countries. At the center of the circle was a guru, either a man or a woman. Behind the guru stood a circle of individuals of the opposite sex. If the teacher was a woman, the disciples were men, and vice versa. Furthermore, there were several concentric circles of students at different levels of initiation, and these circles alternated. One circle was male, the next one female, and then male again. Furthermore, in each of these circles, the students worked on one of the tantric stages. On the outermost circle, they focused on gaining control over their bodies, minds, and emotions. On the next circle, they practiced contemplating the ideal. On the following one, they worked on embodying the ideal in their partner, and then they proceeded to practice tantric techniques with this partner. The teacher was situated within the circle, and sometimes even the students were positioned outside any specific practices, in a direct merging with the divine. The practice of Mathuna, the 5th level of Tantra, was carried out by students of various levels, with the more advanced ones taking on a leading role. However, Mathuna is not the ultimate goal, but a means in Tantra, and the true achievement is experiencing an orgasm with the universe, Sri Mahamudra. This involves a union not only with the onome, but with the entire world. Tantra requires the right attitude and understanding. Typically, people associate sex with something vulgar, base, and shameful. When thinking of sex, jokes come to mind, and societal norms make partners view each other as possessions, demanding conventional forms of interaction. There is no room for discussion of Mathuna. Partners should see each other as divinities, embodying ideals. The approach to sex should be like a prayer, devoid of anything worldly, with no place for shame. Tantric mysteries consist of 5 mans. The first one is mansa, the tea ceremony. Women, like geishas, pour and serve tea to the men. Everyone listens to the water gurgling, watches the steam rise from the cups. Then they start to sip the tea slowly, savoring the divine gifts, engaging in conversations about the divine. The teacher discusses the mysteries of Tantra, recites tantric poetry. Oh, if only having confused all your trials, you would be lost to find me beyond your veils. And you wouldn't hit noisily against the gate, but you would quietly enter the house straight. But you're not entering, you're standing outside. You don't live in me, you haven't dwelled inside. And you aren't letting me enter into you. And therefore, all these oaths are not true. And I, bending down, then answer her with my heart on fire. I am begging you to kill me, as I'm not a liar. Kill me and believe my plea. To come to life in you, to death I flee. Fear death? No. Life is scarier to me, as it our separation makes it longer to be. Pleasant music plays, flowers and beautiful objects are all around. Typically, the students sit in a circle in the order of man-woman. This is the initial stage where the right atmosphere is created. People prepare for the next stage, contemplation of the ideal. The second stage of Tantra is called Mudra. It begins with the students forming pairs, sitting facing each other, holding hands, and creating an energy circle. Partners look into each other's eyes with calm and tender gazes. This helps them penetrate each other's essence, as the eyes are said to be the windows to the soul. Then partners enter a state of non-action and emotionally connect with each other, engaging in the aesthetic contemplation of each other. They experience the best feelings towards one another, breathing in unison and feeling the energy flow through the circle via their joined hands. Then they tune in and sense the second circle. The energy of the woman rises up the spine to the point between the eyebrows, and from there moves to the point between the eyebrows of the man, then descends to the base of the spine, and from there, it flows through the lingam towards the yoni of the woman and moves upwards again. Both partners first feel heat moving up the spine, followed by trembling. Then there is an extraordinary sensation of unity and merging. At this stage, Tantric practitioners also perform paired yogic asanas, accompanied by pranayama and the movement of energy through the body's channels. The next level of Tantra is Madhyam Natyam, a special dance in Tantric mystery. People face each other in this practice. The outer circle is formed by men, while the inner circle consists of women. They begin to dance. The outer circle rotates clockwise, and the inner one moves counterclockwise. During the intense dance, they engage in practices of non-action and aesthetic contemplation of each other. With proper practice, sexual energy starts to move under the influence of the collective energy of the egregore. Everyone feels the awakening of the Kundalini energy within themselves. At the same time, it is necessary for everyone to open themselves up to the higher divine power, which will descend upon each disciple. Ancient circle dances and various couple dances are remnants of tantric practices. Many have survived to our days, although people have forgotten their true meaning. The first 3 stages are often practiced with newcomers, although they may not always achieve the necessary energetic effects. However, these rituals provide them with a powerful energy boost. The next stage of Tantra, Matya, is for advanced practitioners. Students worship the Universal Mother Shakti, the dynamic aspect of the Absolute, and Shakti Father, the static aspect of the pure contemplative consciousness. Men connect with Shakti, and women connect with the Universal Shakti. They form 2 circles. Men stand with their hands on each other's shoulders, and women embrace them by the neck, symbolizing the wholeness of the Absolute. Then they separate. Men sit in a circle against the walls, and women in the center begin to dance. The Absolute divides into 2 parts, Shakti and Shaktu. Women dance slowly, while men, merged with the cosmic consciousness, contemplate this. Then, women approach their partners, and they start to gently touch each other. Both must maintain awareness and not identify with the body, feelings, or mind. The goal of Matya, despite physical contact, is to maintain self-awareness. At the same time, there is an internal separation of spirit, consciousness, and soul, meaning mental sensual nature. Afterward, everyone moves on to the static meditation, fully withdrawing consciousness from the body and expanding it as much as possible. It is impossible to describe this in words. To understand, you need to experience this state when you become more than the greater and less than the lesser, so you can encompass the entire cosmos and, at the same time, see the universe as a speck of dust. Mathuna involves sexual contact, but only after developing the spirit and strengthening the consciousness does the student enter the Mathuna initiation. Advanced adepts can perform Mathuna in the ethereal body from a distance, simultaneously with several partners of the opposite sex, with onome, and other beings of the subtle world. The 5th and highest level of the Mathuna Tantra is a mystery that transforms the bodies of the students into godlike beings. Partners unite sexually with each other and with the surrounding universe. Their ego dissolves in ecstasy and love, their consciousness merges with the Absolute, and it dissolves into the highest samadhi.